Welcome all wrestling fans from around the world. This is the Wrestling Informer back at it after a wild time out. But I'm here for WrestleMania weekend. I hope you're enjoying everything that's been going on. NXT has been exploding, but now we are heading into WrestleMania in a couple hours, and I'm here to talk to you about what's going on. Alright, first I will speak to you about the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. It would be Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese, not Kurt Hawkins. People get mistaken by Kurt Hawkins and Buddy Murphy having the same look, but they're not. They're two different entities, two different people, and also Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder are having a match later on tonight. As Buddy Murphy has held the title for over 175 days, he has created a buzz in 205 Live in the cruiserweight division. I feel as him putting through will be the best for WrestleMania and him dropping the title later on in SummerSlam. But spoiler alert says that Tony Nese, is entitled to the title to make it as not so much as a joke because of the Kurt Hawkins issue, but more as him having his WrestleMania moment. And who doesn't want that WrestleMania moment? And this match will probably be on the kickoff show, but it'll be one of the best ones since 205 Live with let me see, with Ali basically, or Muhammad or Mustafa Ali, or Ali they calling him now. Now I will move on to the Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre fight. Alright, this will be one of the best matches that they put together really fast because it's going to be a win-win. Over the last 2 months, The Shield has been doing a feud with Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, and Drew McIntyre, going back and forth, like fighting, and causing chaos. And also the big whoop factor, big wow factor is that Roman Reigns is coming back from cancer. Cancer. Who really comes back from cancer like that? In a couple of months, especially for WrestleMania. Now we see that he is back and he is healthy, and not for nothing, this is an astonishing feat coming back from cancer. And who wouldn't want to waste their money on such an inspiring match? So this match by itself will be held up to a higher level because of Roman's situation. And there is no spoiler to this because, as I said earlier, this is a win-win. So whoever wins will be the dominant person and will have the bragging rights until next WrestleMania. We'll see this on Raw. Now I would like to jump to the WWE SmackDown titles. Now this match was made, and it was really made very well because it'll be the Usos versus the Bar versus Shinsuke and Rusev versus Ricochet and Aleister Black. Now, if you did not see NXT, get ready for a spoiler. Aleister Black and Ricochet did not win the NXT titles, tag team titles. The War Raiders continued their title reign, and I think it was the best thing for it. But all teams except for Ricochet and Black have been pushed very high lately and could sincerely win the SmackDown titles and finally have a home to stay, not bouncing from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Um, Rumors say, though, and this is the big spoiler, that Rusev and Nakamura will win the title. I'm really not sold on this completely. Basically, WWE has 8 out of my $10 for the monthly subscription of the network payment. Laugh out loud, but this is what they're planning to do, and this match should be good because fatal four ways are awesome, and especially when they're tag team fatal four ways for the belts. And I think the Usos need to pass it on because it's been too long, and we need new people just to carry the torch. And even though Aleister Black and Ricochet are the newest ones. Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev have been actually held back because both had the U.S. titles. They fought against each other and then placed on tag teams together because of the whole R-Truth winning the U.S. title mistake because he really wasn't supposed to win it, and basically the U.S. title went downhill after that, and now they're basically teaming up to win this SmackDown title. So it should be a great match. But remember, the spoiler is Rusev and Nakamura will win. And now I will move on to the Batista versus Triple H match. This is going to be a long-awaited match again. Again, long awaited, as Batista was forgiven for walking out on WrestleMania 30. Yet he walked out on WrestleMania 30 plans. His contract, he severed it. But good thing that Seth was around to replace Batista. Yeah, Seth replaced Batista in the authority because Batista was supposed to be that person to carry the title further on. But they gave that storyline to Seth. And now we can see where Seth got that push and where it was created for him to do it. And Triple H said, whatever, throw that in the trash. We have Seth. We could do a win-win again with him, and look how successful they have been with Seth. Now, the spoiler is that Triple H, for sure, 100% will win for three major reasons. Triple H isn't ready to retire. Come on. You see him lately, he has been on top of his game. And second, Batista has a movie coming up and he won't even be around to do any WWE events anyways. And third, Batista's record is worse than Brock Lesnar, and that's something to look at for Lesnar. Batista literally left the company. At least Lesnar shows up here and there and defends the title. Batista just literally kicked WWE to the curb. So, like I said, Triple H is here to stay, and he would not put his career on the line if it wasn't for the big W against Batista. Now I would move on to the Shane versus The Miz match. Great twist on Shane turning on The Miz, but typical Shane putting himself in a match at WrestleMania, which he always wants to be the number one McMahon to pull off any Mania events, and it's okay because The Miz will make the match awesome. uh, and also, remember, The Miz made it a no holds bars match. The no holds bars match lets him do basically anything around the ring, outside the ring. It could be in the river, it could be in the top of the ceiling, it could be in the basement, boiler room, wherever he wants it to be. It will be there, and his potato face father will be there. Laughing out loud, but he is. Shane called that he is a potato face. Come on, he needs to stop getting those turns. The Miz needs to tell him. But the spoiler is that the father is basically begging Shane for him to lose against The Miz because supposedly he wants to be proud of his son, The Miz. Come on, really? The Miz, in all of his career, now he has 2 seasons on the USA channel. Come on, he doesn't really need his father's respect. He already gained it, in my book. So be prepared that The Miz will pull out anything or anyone to beat Shane and leave him in the dust as supposedly the greatest in the world. Now I will move on to the the women's battle royal. Okay, the women's battle royal is basically a match to keep the talent happy because whoever wins doesn't really mess with the storyline or anything like that. They basically drawing straws out here to see who wins. Now we're gonna see Asuka, Lana, Naomi, Carmella, Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Nikki Cross, the Riot Squad, Mickey James, and Zelina Vega. Now this match will be a quick, maybe 10, 15 minute match if anything. And spoilers are and predictions are as followed: that Ruby Riot will win the battle royal from the Riot Squad, and it will give her a push on Raw just to be the top women in the Raw and SmackDown locker room. Now this has been confirmed and will be slight change, not so much. So we will leave that at that because that match is, it's going to be a filler basically. And now I will move on to the WWE US title, Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. Now, if you did not see Joe in previous other companies or Rey Mysterio after he left WWE, you missed a lot. These people, these both wrestlers are so talented. This match would be a dream match that would be unfolded before everybody for the US title, and which is better because they have something to fight for. Now, Rey Mysterio's track record is crazy, and he's up there with Chris Jericho as being one of the goats of wrestling. Period. Now, Samoa Joe has been the only Samoan by himself with the Samoan name in front of him, like so. It's basically he's creating his own legacy, and also it would be a match with speed and ring awareness versus strength and submission style. Now, this is going to be awesome because we're going to see a lot of high flying and technical fighting stance and styles. Because remember, Samoa Joe's stance is always him standing at a fighting view and trying to get that submission, while Rey Mysterio is always looking around the ring, ready to jump off any rope, top rope, middle rope, doesn't matter, just to get his opponent on the floor. Now, the spoiler is that Rey Mysterio will win as as he usually does with the 6'9" and the West Coast pop, and become the another Grand Slam champion. Yes, he will join the Grand Slam champions because this is the only title that he has not held in WWE. He has held everything but the US title. Now, this was a little bit predictable because Ray needed this title to maximize his legacy, like they did with Jeff Hardy when he went to SmackDown and got the US title to become another Grand Slam champion. So, this match in all will be epic because Ray will be on top of his game with this US title around his belt, and Samoa Joe will look for another rematch at SummerSlam or earlier, depending on what the McMahons want to do. Now, I will move on to the um, Braun Strowman, Colin Joe, and Michael Che fight, but they're basically not fighting because they're in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. It's just that they've been so much speculation around these three men. That's why I named them first. But it's basically the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and everybody is just hoping that Colin, Josh, and Michael Shea will learn their lesson and stay as guests instead of butting into the whole wrestling thing. But it's actually cool because now Braun Strowman has somebody to really want to give these hands to, and we should he should also uh, join on Andrade Cien Almas. Well, now they call him Andrade, but his full name Cien Almas, and it would be Titus O'Neil, Apollo Crews, EC3, The Hardys, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Shelton Benjamin, Mustafa Ali, Connor, Victor from The Ascension, Heath Slater, Rhino, Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, as the B team, the Lucha House Party, Chad Gable, and Bobby Roode. And yes, this will be glorious. So there would be three other late arrivals that they put in there as fillers, which was No Way Jose with his new green hairstyle. I don't know why. Is that lime green? I don't know. He probably was chilling with Naomi too much. Um, then the next one would be Jinder Mahal, and not to end anything at a bad note, but they did add Tyler Breeze, and Fandango was not in this, so Tyler Breeze actually got a real match. It like got really involved in a match, and I have a great spoiler alert for you guys. Now we've seen this man leave WWE and become an elected official. Yes, this person became a governor. And if you know who I'm talking about, and he recently became an official, and you look and you seen what he has been doing, well, there's no other man to enter this Andre the Giant Battle Royal and win the whole big giant trophy that he could take home. Yeah, the spoiler would be Kane. He will join in as a last entry and mystery entry because nobody's waiting for him. And he is the favorite to win this match. Now, as I speak, Kane would be there, and he is not shutting down at all. He is 100%. He has been working out, and he is ready to go. Now I will move on to AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. This will be a classic match of who deserves versus who doesn't deserve to be on the SmackDown brand's face, even though you see AJ Styles' face on USA SmackDown. If you were ever to record and see the show afterwards. This match will not disappoint anybody. Now, the rumor mill is that AJ Styles will beat Randy, and this will be a basically passing the torch kind of thing because Randy Orton is getting type old, and the RKO, is basically a copy of the Diamond Cutter, and everybody's just a little tired of it. And AJ Styles at least has the Styles Clash, the Phenomenal Forearm, and also he has the whole um, Bullet Club thing going on. So the spoiler is AJ Styles is going to win, and he will use Randy Orton's move, the RKO, to beat him. This is not a joke. This is a passing the torch. So once you beat somebody with their own move, this means that you have dominated them in the whole WWE battle. Now, this match will be phenomenal, and please stay tuned to watch this. As I move on to the next match, Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin, the retirement match at WrestleMania. This match, not to say anything, is going to be boring, as they said. It will be okay because of Kurt Angle retiring, and he might make it more nostalgic. But thank God John Cena has come back to save the day. It has been said that he will either interfere in the middle of the match, cut a promo for his SmackDown debut when he did it against Angle, or a fast submission that Angle will beat Corbin, and then Cena will come out, cut the promo, to face Angle. Now, either way, if Cena interrupts this match before, in the middle, or after, he is going to save Kurt Angle's retirement match because who wants to really lose or actually win against Baron Corbin? Either way, there's no situation that will actually put you on top. Because Kurt Angle, come on, against Baron Corbin, it would have been better for Cena. So thank God Cena is coming back. This is the big. Now I will speak to you about the WWE Raw Tag Team titles. Now this match was basically thrown together as a YouTube situation that Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder challenged the Revival for the Raw Tag Team titles because nobody really was going for that title. Now, even though Ricochet and Aleister Black lost against these guys, they were supposed to be on the card together because they wanted them to fight all the titles. But now it's Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. But the rumor mill has been going, and the rumors are that to spice this match up, they will again put Aleister Black and Ricochet back on the card but making it a triple threat and having Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder come in and have that chance. Now, I believe that the rumor mill is correct in adding those two guys to the match and potentially giving Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins the Raw Tag Team titles. Now, this is something that they've been waiting for years. Remember, Kurt Hawkins has been having so many losses that it's sad. It's basically more than the year count, more than 365 days. Come on, that's too much of a loss. Now he's been around because his contract has been really bumped up in prices, but now that Zack Ryder is with him, they can actually be a tag team again as they were previously in NXT. And also, this could be another Zack Ryder repeat when he won the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania in the ladder match as his hero growing up. Razor Ramon won it, and they both actually compared the pictures when they both took it. When Razor Ramon won it, he took a picture with him, and then now when Zack Ryder won it, Scott Hall took it with him as Razor Ramon. Now we see this happening because these two guys have been working their butt off and been fillers in any match that they needed to be. Now this match will be good because we haven't seen Zack Ryder a lot or Kurt Hawkins really, and now they have their stage at WrestleMania to fight against the Revival, and pretty much the Revival speaks for themselves. Just fish, no flips. That's their tricks. So you already know what to be waiting for when that happens. And I can't wait to see what's next. So I will move on to the WWE Intercontinental Championship, which will be Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor. Basically, this will be a rematch to the match that was added really quickly to the card again because now they really didn't have anybody to fight Lashley, with a big name that will make WrestleMania headline the Intercontinental Championship again and make it more popular against none other than Finn Balor. But lately, I haven't seen any other picture on the card but Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor, but with the demon face on him. Basically, they're trying to bring his demon persona into the match to beat Bobby Lashley if it were to happen. Now, this will be very sweet, actually, too sweet for it to happen. And if you know what I'm talking about, this will be a meaningful match and it will not be fast. It will actually be a slow paced match because of the movements that they're trying to do in the card and setting up the following match. Now, this will occur because of Bobby Lashley's hype man, Leo Rush. Now, the spoiler is not to say it, not to be happy about it, but Bobby Lashley will win the title and carry it on till SummerSlam. The reason being is because Finn Balor has already won the title, and again, if he wins it, he'll just have the title again. And Bobby Lashley, they want him to be pushed to another level with the Intercontinental title and bring newcomers up to the title reign. So the spoiler is Bobby Lashley will win. Leo Rush will have something to do with it, and we'll see him with the title until SummerSlam. Now I will move on to the second to last, no, third to last match, which will be the Women's Tag Team Championship title defense against Nia Jax, Tamina, the Iconics, Natalia, and Beth Phoenix. The Boss and Hug connection have been very, very high level promotion. They're the first ones to win it. They went on NXT, they went on SmackDown, and they said it on Raw that they will defend the titles on all three brands. But yet they haven't defended it yet. And the reason being is because they WWE wanted them to have the titles, but they switched it around and said, you know what, we need to bounce it off another brand first before you could get a another round to go with the titles. So as we see this match, it will be a breathtaking match because we're gonna see Beth Phoenix back in action, and she's an like old women champion, but her with Natalia, they mesh together as a good tag team, and it'll go against these new age women as they carry on the torch. So for the big spoiler, and I feel like it was obvious when you saw the picture, literally the picture, not thinking about it on the spot, but as the spoilers say, the Iconics will win the tag team titles because if you really think about it, all the other teams represent the Raw brand. The only ones that represent the SmackDown brand are the Iconics. So the spoiler is Iconics will win the match and carry it to SmackDown on Tuesday just to show that they are on top of their game. Now to move on to the second to last match. It is Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship title. Now we've been waiting, and the storyline has been going all over the place that he has been denied the chance over and over, and now Kofi is finally going to WrestleMania and get his WWE Championship chance against Daniel Bryan. Now, what we are not expecting is for them to follow Daniel Bryan's storyline, meaning that as he was a face, he had to go against all this fuss about being a B plus player, fighting all these people just to get the title. Now, this will be a heel versus face versus heel after face match, and there is automatically a chance that Kofi is going to win the title. And this is the way that the rumor mill has been saying that he is going to win. The that Rowan will try to interfere into the match, and the New Day will ensure that it will not happen, and Kofi will continue to beat Daniel Bryan and become the new WWE champion. And I'm hoping and I'm pleading that he will because that title that Daniel Bryan made all brown with these different rhinestones and earthy stuff, like it makes no sense. We need the leather and gold back on the WWE championship, please. Like, it's been too much of this Daniel Bryan save the world type of thing, being, all vegan and stuff with that brown title. I don't understand why, but they gave him the brown title. Now, to go and continue this conversation, we will go on to the WWE Universal Championship title. Now, this is something that we've been waiting for. Brock versus Seth Rollins since the Royal Rumble. This match will be a great one, but most likely stretched out because of how Brock Lesnar and his cardio. He really is not up there because he's more of a power guy, and then Seth Rollins is more of a high flyer and has more speed. So this match will be stretched out, and we will see Seth Rollins win and be the Beast Slayer finally because Brock Lesnar has asked for some time out. He's not out of the WWE contract yet, but he will be in the picture again at SummerSlam. So Seth will carry the title into SummerSlam, and Brock Lesnar will be plugged in there some way, somehow. And rumors are is that Paul Heyman guy will interfere into the match, but Dean Ambrose will come out and save the title for Seth Rollins for him to win because we haven't seen Dean Ambrose in a long time since they kept pushing that he was going to leave the company. Now, there's no reason why WWE would say that Dean Ambrose was leaving the company unless they had something else planned for him. Because when a wrestler leaves the company, they leave silently and they do not broadcast it weeks and weeks prior to his contract ending. So basically, he already signed a new contract and he will come and help Seth beat Brock Lesnar when a Paul Heyman dude might come in. They're not saying who. I'm thinking maybe Shelton Benjamin because of the previous Raw attack that he has done on Seth, but that's a question mark in its own, and we will wait for that match. Now I come to the final match, the long awaited women's title match, WWE women's title match. This match has been here and been steaming for the longest. Ronda versus Becky versus Blair. Come on, this is going to be a squeamish match because of the submission style of Ronda Rousey, the intensity that Becky brings to the match, and Charlotte, the technician of all of this, because she has been plugged in into this match just to make it more of a personified match. Because now she has the SmackDown Championship, and before I thought that she was going to be taken off the card because she won it again against Asuka, and Asuka would have her rematch at Mania. But that match already happened, and we all saw who won, so we did not need to see that again. Now, rumors are, and you probably guessed it, that there will be a conflict for the title, but at the same time, Becky Lynch is going to win it because she will become the new dual champion. And also, Ronda is asking for some time out. Ronda is has only won the Raw Women's Championship. Becky has only won the SmackDown Women's Championship. But on the other hand, Charlotte really has nothing to lose because she has won both Raw and SmackDown the Women's Championship. Also won the NXT Women's Championship and the previous Diva Championship before they split the Women's Championship into two brands. So basically, she's already won all the women's titles that she can. The next thing is for her to get the tag team title belts, and she'll be a Grand Slam champion. And that's in its own right saying, she's amazing, and plus she's a flair. So we could put her to the side and expect for Ronda and Becky to have their ultimate match, and Becky will come out as the dual champion and walk into Raw and SmackDown as the new dual champion. But there is a spoiler alert because of all this turmoil that Becky Lynch is fighting against the company, all the McMahons. We will see a big change in the whole scenery because sooner or later, Stephanie McMahon will make sure that Becky Lynch loses both titles, and this is a spoiler, a real spoiler, that she will lose both titles from here to SummerSlam, create a big match that it will be Stephanie McMahon versus Becky Lynch at SummerSlam because of her being stripped of all the titles. And the next thing that would happen is Asuka will have a rematch for the SmackDown title at SummerSlam, and Ronda will not be around. And if she is, she'll go for the Raw title. But we do not have the other opponents. Now this the reason is because Asuka was forced to give it up, and she was like, you know what? I'll give him the title to make this match awesome. And now she's going to get a title match against who knows against and on SummerSlam. So this is the Wrestling Informer. This is all that I have to say, and I will see you again in the next time the bell rings. I'll be gone in one.